Yo, what's up boys and girls, boy Swolelax here, and I'm back at again in the video. This time something a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about Cyber Dragons. So I personally love the Cyber Dragon archetype, of course, it being a GX era deck. I am a huge fan. But recently I've had a lot of people tell me that I'm playing Cyber Dragons wrong. Now if you don't know, Cyber Dragons have two main ways of playing. They have a control variant or the more popular OTK Let's Go Ham variant. And both decks are pretty powerful. Both decks accomplish a lot and both decks can put out massive amounts of damage. But what do I mean that people are telling me I play these decks wrong? Well, people have been telling me that I play too much of the controlled variant. Now, I'd like to argue I play somewhere right in the middle. See, this opens up an interesting discussion about how to play Cyber Dragons, what's the most optimal strategy, and the best way of going about doing combos and making plays. In my opinion, Cyber Dragons are a little too slow right now for them to afford wasting all their resources on one big let's go all out play. The game doesn't necessarily allow for that kind of play, and especially on a more competitive level, I feel like the mix in between control and OTK variant is a much more suitable option. For example, I play cards like Cyber Eltonin and Cyber Dragon inside the deck. These two cards are more defensive board control options that I think offer a lot of good advantage and a lot of good surprise that your opponent may not be expecting. So a lot of people just kind of spam the level 5 light monsters so they can get out Cyber Dragon Infinity the most, but I think it's important to note that Cyber Dragons as a whole, their biggest problem is card economy. Cyber Dragons don't necessarily have a great way of getting back resources, and a lot of time you're spending a lot of cards to get something that may or may not end up good for you. And I guess that's kind of the gamble with Cyber Dragons, that they're either balls to the wall, you're gonna win, or you don't got nothing. But that's where I feel the middle ground that I play comes into effect. See, with the inclusion of more defensive cards and more board control cards, it allows me to manage resources better and also allows me to gain somewhat of an advantage board-wise over my opponents. Of course, cards like Cyber Dragon Infinity and Cyber Dragon Nova are gonna be universal across both variants, but I feel like going too ham is almost not good for the deck, especially because the deck almost has no comeback potential. And that's another issue with the OTK build. Cyber Dragons as a whole right now are a little bit too slow for them to just waste a bunch of resources for them to also not get the kill. Because if you can't OTK and you can't guarantee that you're going to win that turn, you probably are going to be managing so many resources wrong. And again, I guess that's the gamble, but before the new support comes out, Cyber Dragons can't afford that. Now, don't get me wrong, when you get the OTK and when you get that win, it feels so good. But being able to put your opponent on edge and still be able to put out great amounts of damage, in my opinion, is just a little better. Of course, to each their own, everyone has their own solid preference taste, and if you guys want to play the Cyber Dragon build in the OTK formats, in the balls to the wall, let's go ham build, then by all means. But where I think Cyber Dragons lack is the defensive options that the deck has available to it, and I think underutilizing its more defensive capabilities is a big oversight that Cyber Dragon decks don't seem to take advantage of. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. What do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of Cyber Dragons? Do you guys like the OTK build? Do you guys like the control build? Or are you like me, somewhere right in the middle? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys liked the video, make sure to leave it a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned for that if you want to. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Peace out.